One love. God bless. Fire Nelson here, and today we're here to talk about letting go and truly trusting the universe. So, in our journey, people say this a lot. I mean, especially if you're first getting into your spiritual journey or your awakening journey. But a lot of people will tell you to trust the universe, to have faith in, whatever faith that you have, whether that's in Buddha or just Elohim, Yahweh, or Allah, or, God, or whatever you want to call it, Krishna. But to have faith, because all these entities are the same entity, it's just different places call them different things. But to have faith in the universe is have faith in the Creator, have faith in a higher power that is untapped by just the 3D. When we let go and let our faith guide us, there's less worry, less stress, less situations that come up that take you so far away from how you want to be in this life. Everything in this life, for the most part, can be summed up as a blessing or a test. And the logistics of if we pass the test or not only is if we stay in the presence, if we keep that source, that divine source present in our mind, that everything is happening for a divine purpose. Situations and tests are going to come up, of course, in our life, but we have to trust that we have the resources for a reason. We're able to get through this obstacle. And when we look back, we'll realize, wow, I am stronger than what I originally felt when that obstacle arose. But when you have that surrendering, truthfully, of letting go and just having divine faith that the universe is always guiding, always pushing you to your best and highest version, to a blessing or a lesson that brings a blessing. When you have this consciousness, you truly are the closest to peace. You truly are the closest to serenity within and throughout. You truly are closest to real wealth, not financial wealth, but wealth of faith, wealth that you are protected, that you are divinely guided. Like situations come up in our past. Situations come up in our present because of our past karmas, because of what we've done in our past before we became aware of how much each and everything that we do can affect not only us, but the universe as a whole, everybody, everything. When we have started living out of a way of spiritual alignment, out of righteousness, out of true, oneness with the universe, we no longer add so much of these negative karmas in different forms, whether it's, bills stacking up or debt that you've acquired, or relationships, or, whether it's romantic or friendships, or, family habits and arguments that haven't been solved since you've awoken to your true self. There's lots of past karmas that can feel almost unfair because you were doing these things out of an unconscious mind state. Once we truly become aware and we realize and look back at our life, we've been operating from an unconscious place. But now that we are conscious, we are more mindful in our decision makings, and thus leaving less karmas for our future self to deal with. We're leaving less debt, less stress, and less, bills that needed to be paid, and, relationships that needed to be mended, because we are in the current living a life that's healing in our entire environment, in every single aspect of our environment. We are making sure that we are being mindful, and even if it's, someone we don't particularly agree with, we're still mindful about how we operate around them, how we maybe get triggered by what they do, but we no longer let it take control of our anger, take control of our stress, take control of our mind, where we're constantly thinking, oh, I can't believe this person did this or said this, or this coworker, or this, spouse, or whatever. We can let things go because we know that we are completely blessed. We are completely walking a divine line. So why do we need to worry about the opinions of people who are pushing negativity? It's obvious that they are still in the unconscious era of their life. And it's, unfortunate that so many people, even in their elder, are still unconscious, and we should have sympathy for these people, whether it's our parents, people at work, our boss, or, people just around us in general. When we can tell someone is operating from an unconscious state, from a fear state, from a stress state, from a lack state, we have to realize they're suffering and we're not suffering. So that is, very sad for them. And we should have sympathy, because we know we are so blessed, and we know that they are blessed, but they just haven't tapped into the alignment that we have been blessed with tapping into. It's truly an alignment when you let go and surrender to this universe, to the path that the Most High is trying to guide you to. When you are able to let go and really relax and stay positive during situations of trials and tribulations, you see blessings come up all the time. And sometimes it's not even trials and tribulations. When you just get offered to do something, instead of instantly saying no because you want to do something for yourself, you think, oh, well, maybe I can be of service right now. And you see blessings come from this selflessness, from you being of service, from you realizing there's a symbiotic relationship that could occur here. I took my wife to work with a client down in San Diego. And I could have stayed home. I could have just relaxed because it was a Sunday. But something told me, I said, you know what? Okay, I'll drive you. It's okay. Maybe I can just go in the woods and, just relax, just meditate and get some grounding, walk around in the woods while you're working with your client. And so I was happy about that. I came to terms with it. I said, okay, I'm going to give up most of my Sunday to do this for her, but also it will benefit myself to get some grounding and get some time in nature. Little did I know, halfway there, I looked over and saw a van of monks, driving in a van going the same direction I was, toward San Diego. And I got so excited, I, threw a peace sign out the window, swerved a little bit, recollected myself, and, got back to trying to be mindful. But then I got to thinking, I said, oh, wow, like I wonder how many monasteries are around here, and I wonder where the nearest Plum Village monastery is, because I listen to the Plum Village app every single day pretty much. I listen to, Brother Fapu, just give the Dharma talks almost every single day. So I just, out the whim, because I saw the monks, thought, let me look up and see if there's a Plum Village monastery, in California at all. Not really thinking about it. It wasn't a clear thought. It was me purely going with the flow, letting go, getting a thought and just running with it almost. A thought from a divine source. So I looked it up. I looked up Plum Village Monastery. Boom. First thing that comes up in the search is a Plum Village Monastery right in San Diego. By then I'm so shocked I almost swerved, and made an accident, Very bad thing to do. We shouldn't be on our phones. My wife was very mad. But I was just so shocked. It was a miracle. It felt like a miracle, and it was a miracle. A monastery right where we, are going. And of course, by then I couldn't really calculate how far it would be from the location we were at, but I just stayed hopeful. I stayed faithful. I stayed faithful in my head that it would be close enough, that I would be able to get there. It could have been another hour away or, 2 hours away. Who knows? Some cities and be huge, But it turned out it was only 30 minutes away from where we had to go to, where I had to drop her off at. So I was able to perfectly drop her off and head to the monastery. And then all the way up there, I had to go up this big mountain. Then I came to a huge gate, and the gate was closed. So I rang the call button, and nobody answered, So I thought, oh man, I came all the way out here, and now I can't even do it. But I saw an opening on the gate that looked like a walk-through area. So I thought to myself, oh, okay, I'll park the car somewhere and I'll walk. I'll walk the rest of the way. So I went to go park the car. Then before I knew it, while I was parking the car, trying to make sure it was in a safe location, somebody's coming out the gate and the gate opens. And I'm like, oh, wait, save the gate, But the gate closes before I can get to it. But I stay patient, I stay hopeful. And before I know it, a minute later, literally almost a minute later, someone else is coming down the road and the gate opens and they're waving me in. A nice old lady waving me in. Come on into the Plum Village Monastery. So I go, and then I going up this huge hill, ginormous hill. And then I finally get up the hill, and then there's a steep hill going down with a bunch of potholes. I'm not even sure that the car was supposed to even go down there. So I got, a little bit down, and I started realizing, oh, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be having my car drive down here. It's my first time. I don't want to be disrespectful. So I started backing up the car up the mountain, trying to swerve around the potholes while driving backwards. Then my transmission started overheating and stuff, and luckily it didn't completely overheat. It just gave me a warning that, hey, if you keep doing this, something bad might happen. And I luckily was able to park the car right when I got that warning. Prayerfully, faithfully was able to park the car right when I got that warning. And so from there, I walked. And then I walked down this hill, which wasn't super long, but it was pretty long, just to find that there was a whole parking lot with bunches of cars and stuff. But, you know, I'd rather played it safe than sorry, and my car gets stuck down there. So I see a monk, and I tell him, I say, is there a Dharma talk today, brother? And he shows me where the Dharma talk is in the big hall, and it's already started. And so I rush up there, a long walk, and luckily the Dharma talk is still going on, and the whole place is packed. Everybody on their mats. So I go find a mat, you know. I luckily was able to find one and just relax into my half lotus position and just soak up the energy, you know. Just realizing, wow, I really am here. I really am doing this. I even had to buy pants because I was wearing shorts originally, and I had to go and buy pants from a Walmart because, you know, in a monastery, you want to show as less skin as possible. But it was truthfully a beautiful experience of just letting go and following the flow of the universe and just seeing the monks, and then all of a sudden looking it up and realizing it's, you know, possible that it could be close to where we're at, and it is close to where we're at, and everything just working out perfectly. You know, me be able to get into the gate and actually make it for a Dharma talk. And I even knew the monk that was speaking. So it was a beautiful, beautiful testimony for me. Then I went on a hike and found a beautiful, beautiful bench on top of this mountain. Great views. I posted some pictures as well on my community page. But these are the type of miracles that happen when we let go and trust in the universe, trust in the Most High to guide us exactly where we need to go. Everything is happening for a divine reason. The only person blocking our blessings is us. The only person blocking our blessings is us. And the faster that we're able to come to terms with this, the better off we'll be, the more relaxed we'll be. And you'll be able to see miracles for yourself, just like I have. And that's not even the only miracle that happened this week. You know, I had a check come in the mail. You know, I didn't even realize that a check was coming in the mail. A check just came in the mail, and I was able to pay off debts that I needed to pay perfectly when they needed to be paid. It's just, when you let go of the life that you think is cool, that you think society is calling normal, and start getting in touch with the true source, the true divinity, in whatever religion, spirituality, teacher, guru, anything that you want to start at, any place that you want to start at, or even if you just want to watch all my videos, and you do the practices that I'm recommending you do, meditation, prayer, journaling, having just faith that the universe is going to work out for you. When you do these things, your life will change for the better. But you have to surrender. You have to surrender your old life, your old thoughts of what success is, your old thoughts of what you truly need, and constant consumerism and these extra apps that you have on your phones and these games and, keeping up with the social media and all these extra things. When you're able to let these things go more and more, you'll see that you have everything you need already. That everything is truly abundant, and it starts within. Once we find the abundance within, then our environment begins to change more and more. But it really starts within. Changing the inner self creates change in the outer. It may not happen overnight, but slowly but surely you will see alignments keep popping up, just like I just described right then and there. You'll keep on seeing things perfectly manifest when they need to. You'll start seeing obstacles as just small stones to step over. And really a stepping stone to a blessing, stepping stone to a lesson, to wisdom, to a realization that you're able to get through the situation when maybe in the past you wouldn't have held the same composure and had the same faith. We have to let go and realize everything is going to work out perfectly the way it is. We may not be able to control it. Maybe all we can do is meditate and pray and do what we do every single day and be the best, nicest person we can. And sometimes that's all we can do. And that's perfectly all right. Because just your nicest, just your kindness, just your essence, your prayers, your meditations, it shows the works. It shows that you're putting in work and that you are truly dedicated, that you are truly ready for the next steps, that you are truly able to be tested and withstand the tests and the trials and the tribulations of life. Because there'll always be tests, there'll always be opportunities to feel suffering, to feel pain. But it's up to us to let those feelings stay. It's up to us to accept those feelings for more than what they are, which is just temporary, fleeting emotions, just like everything is impermanent. This is the beauty of life. Nothing lasts forever. Suffering doesn't last forever. Pain doesn't even last forever. So what's the point of worrying? What's the point of stressing out? What's the point of crying over some spilled milk? I laugh. I laugh now. I spill something, I break something, I laugh. I just say, oh, of course. Sometimes if it's, I have to go do something and just, something like that happens, it is frustrating. But it's just every single time I find myself laughing, or I find myself thinking, oh, it's because I wasn't being mindful. I wasn't being aware. I had a lapse of awareness for 2 seconds. And sometimes that's all it takes. So let me be more aware. Let me be more mindful about what I do. Everything is a lesson, and everything is a blessing. something broke, it was meant to break. Maybe something better can be bought. Maybe something better can be seen or made. Whether that's something that's physical, spiritual, mental. Some things need to be broken so that we can bring in something new. Something even better, more useful, more handy, more eco-friendly. So yeah, just let go. Let the universe take you where the universe is trying to take you, because that's the beauty of the universe. If you are so resistant to everything, you'll never be surprised. If you try to control every single thing about the universe, you'll never be as surprised as you truly could be. You'll never really get to experience half the miracles you could be experiencing. That doesn't mean to start just going to every party and nightclub that your friends invite you to and start doing things out of alignment with how the Most High has stated for us to try to live. Away from sin and those who indulge in sinful acts, not as someone separate, but as someone who is living in this world but not of this world, keeping ourselves spiritually clean. When we do this, we see miracles happen. When we keep ourselves clean and we spread love and peace and positivity and true wisdom, not fear like this Trump world that we live in now. Not fear, not lack, saying make America great again. Again? Why isn't America great now? So we don't want to push fear and lack. We want to empower ourselves, empower others. I think Trump's going to do great things for these 4 years. He'll do the best that he can with his consciousness. And that is what we have to accept. That we ourselves are only doing the best that we can as well with our consciousness. And if the mass majority of the world has the same type of consciousness as Trump and what Trump stands for, because Trump himself and what Trump stands for may be not completely always the same. But if people align so much with what Trump stands for, then that leaves a lot of room for people who maybe just want peace in this world like us, or who just want positivity in this world like us, or unity or fairness in this world. It leaves visual for us to see that there is more work to be done, that we need to do our part as much as we can of spreading that good energy, of spreading that true divine wisdom, of being that light and that example, so that the society that is ran by fear and by lack no longer have to feel these emotions and vote for people who they're hoping will get them out of these dark places. We should be this light. We should help be the light, so we no longer need systems like even presidents and things like this. When we surrender to the will of the Most High, our thoughts clear up, our illnesses clear up, our blocks clear up, and we're able to truly live in the flow that we're supposed to be living in. So I pray that you're able to meditate as much as you can, even if it's 5 minutes a day, but meditate as much as you can till you reach 2 hours a day, 2.5. Pray every single day, twice a day at least, and start journaling. Start realizing what you're writing about. Start realizing what your life is laid out as, how you spend your days. And start aligning your day with a type of day that you actually would want to write about more and more. And have that faith, grow the faith. Read as many holy books, find what you connect to. Read self-help books and find divine wisdom you connect to. And you will see results. You will see miracles. You will realize every single day is an opportunity for blessings and lessons. So if you haven't, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And I appreciate everybody that's been doing that and who sat through the whole entire video and really dissected, digested, and really took in this wisdom into their spirit, and hopefully will utilize it in the future so they can help not only themselves but so many others. One love.